Today is day 441 of my Chandigarh to Australia cycling journey and day 9 of cycling here in beautiful Assam. Fresh morning start. What a fantastic Saturday morning it turned out to be. I started the ride at 9 am after taking a refreshing bath, having a warm cup of tea, saying goodbye to all the lovely people here at the pump where I stayed last night. This morning energy was just perfect for cycling. Digboi, D-I-G-B-O-I, that is the place where I'll reach first, discovering the local delicacies. As I was riding, I stopped when I noticed something new and interesting. It was a roadside stall selling sattu. देखो इस बोतल में डाल देना, जैसे आप खाते हो ना वैसा बना दो. Lots of chili is added now. थोड़ा सा salt. आप कैसा पीते हो वैसे बनाओ. मैं अभी टेस्ट करूँगा ना. टेस्टी के लिए दे देते हैं. मैं तो चीनी डाल के पी जाता हूँ सत्तू में. वो अलग हो गया, ये अलग हो गया. हाँ, ये अलग आइटम लग रहा है. Thank you, bhai. Thank you. I got it packed here because I had a cup of tea before leaving from the pump. It's hardly 100 meter I come. Did you learn the recipe? Because we will be using it in the coming time. So it's sold here on a very large scale. It is the railway station known as Makum Junction, MAKUM. That is the local train standing on the station. As a local, they are walking on the railway track because that is easy to using it. In comparison with this busty road, looks like something big happened. What's wrong? Okay, सिर्फ चेन निकली है. I thought कि टूट गई है. Shit man. I don't know. Suddenly, the moment I stood on the pedal, cut sound and it was down. At that time, I was not aware of the fact that this is just the beginning of a very big issue that will develop into a big problem in the upcoming next 2 days. Sometimes these small movements become the start of a bigger adventure. On the map, I made a journey plan. Is Makum, and I'll take a right after crossing this. It will take me to Digboi, D-I-G-B-O-I. That is Arunachal and Assam border, if you can see. So from Digboi, I'll go down towards this place, which is known as Sasoni, or maybe exactly Duliajan. I wanted to take a U-turn towards Guwahati from the Digboi city. Morning hit and breakfast break. I saw a man riding his bicycle. साइकिल का म्यूजिक सुन रहे हो? गाना गाते हुए चल गया है. दिल लग रहा होगा, बातें हो रही हैं. आपका क्या नाम है भाई? और ये कौन सी जगह है? हापजंग. हाँ, हापजंग. ओके. वो सड़क कहाँ जा रही है? दुमदुमा. दुमदुमा. See, this is how they tie umbrella to protect themselves from this scorching sunlight. So they have to actually. It's so scorching. Your skin will burn like hell. So Tea Plucker team, they are about to start their day. It's a big group. There are 2 kids on a bicycle going to the school. That is a tea stall or a small shop. Roadside. This road will take me to Digboi, D-I-G-B-O-I. It's around 27 kilometers from here. Even though it was 8:15 in the morning, but it was already getting quite hot. Left my bicycle here like this. Put my clothes which I washed this morning to get dry. Go and sit there under that tree. I decided to take a break and had that sattu which I got packed some time back. Sitting here, that is the tea garden behind me and enjoying it. Let's see how's the taste. Actually, sattu with salt is too good. It's amazing combination. Little bit of salt, a little bit of lemon and that chili and that pickle. I am loving it, fully loving it. So whenever you come to Assam and you find this type of a stall roadside, don't forget to drink sattu, especially like this one. It's too good. Jannat hai bhai. This is when I realized that one more of my belonging had gotten damaged. देख रहा हूँ एक एक करके मेरी सारी चीज़ें खराब होती जा रही हैं. कल मेरा टेंट खराब हो गया, आज मेरा ये स्लीपर खराब हो गया. Last night one of the pole of my tent was broken, zip is not working, and now this. What the hell is happening? I have to spend lots of days here in Assam. How will I survive with this kind of approach when everything is breaking like it? Very unfortunate and very sad. This kind of a traveling life can be tough on your gears sometime. There, after resting almost 3 hours, I started cycling again. A heartwarming tradition welcomes. Soon I was crossing through a bustling town market with many vehicles parked roadside. This is when somebody called me from behind. तो मनोज भाई आए मेरे को पीछे से बाइक पे, बोल रहे हैं कि आ जाओ रेस्ट कर लो. चलो मनोज भाई चलते हैं, आइए थोड़ा आराम करते हैं. What happened next was truly incredible. He took me to a shop, made me sit comfortably. Thank you. Hello. देखिए ये लोग हैं जिन्होंने मेरे को बुलाया, हम लोग साथ में बैठे हैं। ये विंसन, मनोज को आप मिल चुके हो, ये सूरज हैं और ये नमोल हैं। एंड देयर दे ऑर्गेनाइज्ड अ स्मॉल सेरेमनी टू वेलकम मी इन द ट्रेडिशनल असमीज स्टाइल। अच्छा ये वाला, हाँ यस यस यस, मैंने देखा है कई जगह पे इसको। अब क्या बोलते हैं इसे? It was such an amazing gesture for showing the respect for an outsider like me.
Welcome to Assam.
क्या बात है जी, thank you जी, thank you. This is the beauty of Indian hospitality that touches your heart every single time. Fixing my gear. As I showed you earlier, the list of torn or damaged accessories kept growing, and into the list, the latest addition was my sandals. The moment I saw a cobbler, the mochi, I thought to get my sandals stitched. Costed me 10 rupee and Manoj paid for it. तो मनोज भाई निकल रहे हैं।
अपना कल्चरल गमछा प्यार से दिया है आपको, फिर से आपको धन्यवाद।
Thank you जी, thank you, thanks a lot. मिलेंगे जल्दी। This is when I also discovered that he repairs zippers also. So I gave him my tent so that he can fix the zip. The issue with the zip, let's see if it get fixed. कल रात ही खराब हुई है अचानक से। क्या चेंज हो गया? ये तो कमाल कर दिया आपने।
वो साइड में भी है क्या?
नहीं नहीं, बस एक ही है। पूरी पक्की बात है, ठीक हो गया। एक बार पूरा खोल के चेक कर लो। कपड़ा फंस जाता है साइड में। ओके, यहाँ है प्रॉब्लम थोड़ा सा। मैंने इस पे तेल डाल दिया, मैं क्या चलो थोड़ा चिकनाई बढ़ेगी तो ठीक हो जाएगा क्या, लेकिन वो ठीक नहीं हुआ।
तेल डालना चाहता नहीं है ये
मोम था नहीं मेरे पास, तो मैं मोम ढूंढ रहा था। मैं क्या मोम लगा देता हूँ, मोमबत्ती से रगड़ दूंगा। घर में मैं ऐसे ही करते थे, ठीक हो जाते थे।
मोम इसमें नहीं लगता,
इसमें मोमबत्ती वाला मोम नहीं लगेगा।
नहीं देता।
ओके,
इसका मुंह मोलक है, मधुमोम।
मधुमोम तो है आपके पास क्या? थोड़ा लगा दीजिए इस पे अगर है। क्या बात है,
वही है, ठीक हो
छा गए अब तो, बहुत बढ़िया कर दिया आपने। वी आर पुटिंग सम वैक्स ओवर इट। ये है मधुमोम?
मधुमोम नहीं है।
नहीं है तो ये क्या है? पॉलिश, शू पॉलिश। ओके। With lots of efforts and patience, he finally managed to find a solution. Very good. ये तो बहुत बढ़िया कर दिया आपने। लो जी, हमने 2 चेन डाल दी है, जो काम करेगी वो यूज़ कर लेंगे। बहुत बढ़िया हो गया ये तो, बहुत अच्छा है, बेस्ट है। अब ज़्यादा अच्छा हो गया पहले से। ये यहाँ गड़बड़ कर रहा है ना दादा, ये उठा हुआ सा, इसको दबा सकते हैं क्या? इसका क्या इलाज हो सकता है? इसको नीचे कर देंगे, है ना? अब ठीक हो गया, वेरी गुड। For both the problem, he was asking for 30 rupee, but I thought it is very less, so I paid him 40 instead, because I knew that 30 rupee was really very less for this kind of a work. There should be a fair payment for a good work always. After saying goodbye to them, I started riding again. I was passing locals, they were selling some kind of a fruit sitting roadside. Look at this hen. How cute she is. So when I was cycling, I saw there was a woman standing near a motorcycle in front of a shop. The man, he got down from the motorcycle and ran inside the shop. I found it really strange looking at someone doing so, but soon I understood why. This gentleman, आपका नाम क्या है? नहीं समझ आया।
DHANBAR।
DHANBAR। हाँ, धनबर। हाँ, आप लोग जब खड़े थे ना उधर, तो मैंने ड्रेस देखा आपका। ये कौन सा ड्रेस है? असमीज ड्रेस है। आप भी असमीज ड्रेस में? आपने भी ड्रेस उधर का पहना है? अच्छे लग रहे हैं आप लोग। पानी मेरे पास है, पानी की जरूरत नहीं, रखिए ना। पानी है, पानी तो है, आप पियो ना।
आपको देख के ढाबा से खरीद के लाए।
मैं वही देख रहा था। तो जब आप उतर के गए थे मोटरसाइकिल से, आप बाहर खड़े हुए थे, तो आप पानी लेने गए थे अंदर? अच्छा जी, मुझे लगा वैसे ही आप लोग गए हैं
पानी लेने के।
अरे आपने तो दिल जीत लिया मेरा। चंडीगढ़ से आया। चलिए, थैंक यू। सुडोला, सुरोला, SUROLA, है ना? गुड है जी, बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं आप दोनों ट्रेडिशनल ड्रेस में। फोटो एक,
ठीक है,
थोड़ा पास में आ जाओ। ये वाह जी वाह। Returned from here, they came especially to give me that water bottle. This is when suddenly the chain slipped from the front cog again. On second time, there is some major problem, I believe, but I don't know why it is happening today. It has never happened. What's wrong? My hands getting dirty. I clean them again and again. They are dirty. These mechanical issues were becoming more frequent. Indian Oil is saying thank you, visit again, because IOCL refinery is there here in this place. See the kind of houses they make here. Imagine. Check this. This place name is Tigrai, Tigrai. It is known as the Forest Village, which I'm crossing right now. Similar kind of views you can have on both the sides. Searching for a place where I can stop sometime. Tigrai has got a railway station as well. I can see a train standing there. It's very hot. Taken another break next to the railway station. That is the road. So I found this shelter. While sitting there, I made something very refreshing because I've got this chilled water bottle from them. So I'm thinking to make some lemon water. So the ingredients will be these 2 lemons, 1 chili, mint, some salt. I got all this from that gentleman yesterday who stopped me on the road. So let's use it before it gets rotten. Different kind of lemons are there. So I will cut them into small round pieces and then I will be able to use it. Otherwise it is going to be very difficult. If you crush it, you cannot get anything out of it. Putting a small piece of chili as well. We'll close it with the bottle. Okay, once it is ready, I will be able to sip it directly from here. I have made it really spicy with the chili, but it has come out very well. All the flavors are very identifiable and I'm enjoying it. Good recipe. I will try it more in the future. Choosing the village route over the city. So Digboy is 4 kilometers from here. Kids are playing outside the house. Hey, welcome to Digboy, the birthplace of Indian oil industry. Check this. Lekhapani is 34 and there's a place named Lido which is 27 and Jairampur is 58. All of them are straight from here. So I checked on the map. I found a shortcut to the Dulyajan. Left that road behind, crossing the railway line, going on this minor road, and it will take me to my next destination, the magical village life. It was 1 p.m. when I found myself cycling into this absolutely amazing route which was passing through many villages. Riding on this raw path, liking it. Where I witnessed different kind of authentic village scenes. The cattle were peacefully grazing the grass in the lush green fields. There were small, cozy, hut-like houses everywhere. I found though the houses were small, but their front yards were very impressive, very big and very beautifully fenced with the bamboo. This is such a characteristic feature of Assamese houses. The road conditions had improved by this time, which was making my rides much more comfortable. I saw a farmer. He was taking his cattle along with him. There I saw a small charming hut made entirely with the bamboo. Forest adventure began. This is when they informed me about a forest which was coming in some time. 12-13 किलोमीटर जंगल है. कितनी देर बाद आएगा? I saw a man standing roadside. दादा क्या बेच रहे हैं? चना देना है. कितने का है? 10 का है. एक दे दीजिए. I had some chana muri while standing there. All this together there. आप सब जगह घूम के यही बेचते हैं. इतना गर्मी है इधर, थोड़ा शाम को करना था.
अभी स्कूल है ना, यहाँ स्कूल करके.
अच्छा स्कूल है इधर.
स्कूल करके अभी इधर लाइन में घूम के निकल जाएगा.
ओके फिर ठीक है.
शाम को उधर चाराली में लगाएगा.
हाँ फिर अच्छा है. मुझे लगा गर्मी में कहाँ घूम रहे हो आप अकेले.
नहीं अभी तो स्कूल में बैठा रहा, उसके बाद अभी.
मस्त बनाया. तीखा वेरी गुड. ठीक है दादा, बाय बाय. ओके जी, बाय बाय. ओके दोस्त. Soon I entered into the jungle area. Nice jungle, nice place. This is the kind of a path I'm following right now. And just after crossing the forest, I met with a group of local young boys and girls.
Hi, my name is Sanjana Upadhyay. I'm from Assam.
Sridhar Sharma. Myself Hardik Sharma.
Myself Bhaskar Adhikari. Myself Prachitri. He was telling me that on the way to Dulyajan there is a forest. Nagajan is the name of the jungle. Okay.
Heritage type of place, okay? And there are tigers and some other wild animals too. So you should be careful regarding
And
your.
by what time should I cross?
Anytime. Meet many people in the way.
Okay.
इसी जंगल
So
में
there is no like after 6 you cannot cross, that kind of restriction
No,
is
no,
not
no,
there.
there is no restrictions.
No restriction.
But it's upon you that you better cross it in the daytime only.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
quite risky at the
Sure,
night time.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah. But
Chalo, thank you so much, guys. Thanks
Okay,
for the
thank you.
information.
Thank you.
Look at this grassland. It's huge, it's beautiful, and it's so green. Same as this side also. I am loving this place, and especially this road in between. Afternoon rest and a new friendship. So the time was around 2 p.m. The students were going back to their homes from school. It was the peak heat time of the day, and because of the scorching sunlight, I thought to take a shelter inside the building of a church. So hot. Sitting here, taking some rest under this shed. But I have not had anything since morning, so I'm having sprouts. I will add some salt and some maybe lemon on it and some chili. So these are beautifully made if you see. Isn't it great? After having those sprouts, I slept and rested until 4 o'clock. Though it was not a very comfortable stay there inside that church, as it was very hot and I was sweating all the time while sitting there. So I'm sweating very badly while sleeping here because I was tired, so I slept for a very long time. This area which I am crossing right now was right at the entrance of the forest region. In such areas, they acquire and grab so much of a land of the jungle that they make huge front and backyards. Honestly, these kind of houses in this area is an example of encroaching the forest land, and it is very common here. I saw a group of friends who were busy in building the decorative gates.
ठीक है ना आपका?
हाँ, मेरा ठीक है, तुम ठीक हो?
ठीक है.
We had a lovely talk, but what they did next that really touched my heart.
ले लीजिए, आपका कुछ काम आएगा.
They are collecting money to give it to me. But why? No.
है ना, कुछ काम आएगा ना.
Thank you. अपना नाम बताओ.
राहुल दास.
Rahul Das हो तुम्हारा?
जिंदू दास. विक्रम दास.
See, this is something very unimaginable. I didn't even thought of that they will do it. But thank you. आप ना इसकी वो मेरी तरफ से पार्टी करो. है ना? Thank you. बहुत बढ़िया यार. So the area which I am crossing is the jungle area, and everybody is warning me to be careful while crossing it because there will be elephant, tiger, all of them, and it's all green here. Forest community kindness. I entered into the residential area of the forest staff. They offered me a bottle of water. They asked me to stop, and they were offering this water bottle, and I said that please refill the bottles because those were empty. Because I consider being eco-friendly is always important. इसके बारे में थोड़ा बताओ ना, क्या है इधर?
होलू बंडो.
वो क्या है?
मंकी एलिफेंट.
राइनोज भी हैं इधर?
हाँ, यहाँ पे
नहीं है. एलिफेंट है? ओके. बुफेलो वगैरह, डियर, ये सब होगा. रिस्क तो खतरा नहीं है ना किसी बात का? है.
अंदर
तो सड़क पे तो नहीं है ना?
सड़क पे आ जाता है.
सड़क पे आ जाता है कभी.
बल्ले बल्ले
जाएगा तो ये धीमपत के अंदर से ही जाएगा.
अच्छा, तो कितने किलोमीटर है जंगल इधर से? 6 किलोमीटर ही है बस. कोई टेंशन नहीं. It was so much fun talking to all of them, including these adorable sweet kids who were around.
जय हिंद. हमारा नाम है मनोज शर्मा. ये हमारा भाई है और ये हमारा दादा लोग हैं. उधर हमारा काका भी आ रहा है देखने के लिए सकते. ये हमारा भाई है, जिगरी यार है. ये हम क्रिकेट खेलने का चल मिचेल स्टार्क को पहचानता है, वो मेरा चेला है.
Soon I was back on the road. I was entering into the jungle area, learning from local workers. A group of laborers stopped me and I got some valuable information from them. मार्का लगाने का क्या फायदा रहेगा?
उसको मैंने कोई गड्ढा खनने से मालूम चल जाएगा गैस.
अच्छा. तो गैस लाइन नीचे है, ऊपर मार्कर लग जाएगा तो उससे पता चल जाएगा. तो खड्डा नहीं करेगा उधर.
उसमें खड्डा नहीं करेगा.
कौन सी कंपनी का है? एजेसी का है. कौन सा कंपनी है ये?
तो गैस कंपनी. आसाम गैस कंपनी.
अच्छा, आसाम गैस कंपनी लिमिटेड, एजीसी है. अब समझा. गुड है. There were lots of cattle in this area. They were grazing the grass peacefully. I crossed a school premises and saw another beautiful house painted in bright yellow. I saw an old man. He was sitting under a bamboo shed and he was skillfully making the baskets with his hands. There were many shops on a line, and this is when somebody waved his hand and asked where I was from. Chandigarh. So while riding on this road and I was about to enter into the forest area, the same boy came to me on his scooter and offered me a bottle of water. How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Sangram Saikia.
पानी है मेरे पास. संग्राम? मैं इतनी सारी बोतल ना यूज नहीं करता प्लास्टिक का, क्योंकि मेरे पास ना रिफिल करता रहता हूँ सेम बोतल को, तो इससे थोड़ा सा एनवायरनमेंट को कंट्रीब्यूट कर पाता हूँ, इसलिए जब भी कोई पानी ऑफर करता है तो मैं थोड़ा सा हेजिटेट
मैं अभी
करता हूँ।
मतलब केरला से जस्ट अभी आया, जस्ट हाफ एन आवर हुआ
केरला से? वहाँ क्या कर रहे थे?
कि मतलब रेस्टोरेंट में
रेस्टोरेंट में आप उधर काम करते हैं केरला में?
जस्ट हाफ एन आवर हुआ आके।
ओके, थके हुए लग नहीं रहे ट्रैवल के बाद?
ताकि अभी जस्ट एक चिल फ्रेंड के साथ बियर पिया, चिल हो गया।
ये हुई
कजिन ऐसे बॉयफ्रेंड उसका।
हेलो, व्हाट्स योर नेम?
धरित्री।
Noretri.
धरित्री।
Dharitri, yeah. And yours?
Bitso.
So, Amit. It was such a nice interaction with all of them. Sunset is happening above there, and the colors in the ground, the greenery, and all they are looking really beautiful. Jungle is on my left hand side. That's the greenery around. Here, this is a local market. Banana, bamboo, banana flour, and many things they are selling. Same is here also. See how this jungle is. That's the road passing through the jungle. I'm trying to see if I can have a glimpse of a wild animal or something, but I know it's not going to be easy at all. Almost impossible. This is Dieng Petkai National Park, and this is the road which is going 6 kilometers is the distance for the national park. They have made such a beautiful entry gate for this, but for Dulyan I have to go straight. That man came and he said jaldi chalo, udhar elephant aaya hoga. How does it matter to me, because I'm far away and this is the evening time. Let the elephant also come, it's their area after all, but I'm not really worried. See, no animal, nothing here. Looks like maybe I have come out of the jungle or something like that. So Duliajan is 14 kilometers as per the milestone behind. This is some construction work is going on. They are doing welding using a generator. Looks like this is the another end of the jungle. Kotlaguri, Kothlaguri, and I see the population here. It's an indication that I have crossed the jungle area. Seeing so many people around was a clear indication that I had come out of the forest area. Let me see to which side I have to go. Trisandhya, nice name by the way. It's a resort. So as per this milestone which is there, Duliajan is 12 kilometers. It's getting dark now, but the location around me is really very beautiful, all green. Searching for a place to stay, it's already dark. If I tell you the truth, have no clue where will I find what. As it was evening times, locals were out of their houses. This all was making the atmosphere so lively. So street lights, vehicles lights, even the lights inside the home, all are on. And I am approaching to some place which looks like a little bigger city or a town. Let's go if I can find something here. Finding perfect night shelter. I checked on the map and discovered that in this area nearby, there was only one petrol pump. A little ahead there is an Indian oil pump. Otherwise, I will have to go very far. So that's the only option which I have. And do you know what? I was lucky enough that they allowed me to stay there that night. In this city, after getting the permission to stay at that pump, I realized that I did not have anything that could be considered a proper meal. Leaving bicycle there, I'm going for food. वैसे भी सुबह से एक proper meal हुआ नहीं है, so I deserve a proper meal at least. Had my dinner, paying 60 rupees. Magical childhood memory rekindled. So when I was returning to the petrol pump after having the food, something absolutely magical happened. After many years, I could see fireflies. In Hindi, we call it jugnu. I saw the jugnus after years, man. I used to see them in my childhood. Now they are visible here in Assam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and lots of. Jugnus are back. I'm showing the jugnus to you using the camera. So those blinking things, they are the jugnus. Few of them really very far from me, but I can see them with my naked eyes. See? Oh, beautiful. And it was the most beautiful and nostalgic moment. So the pump staff did not just provide me the permission to stay, they also made me sit in their office, offered me a cup of tea, and there I worked for my next video because Wednesday was approaching and I needed to prepare content for all of you. My today's expenses are rupees 20 for that sattu, rupees 60 for the dinner, rupees 10 for chana muri. It's a total of 90 rupees. Today I have covered a distance of 48.2 kilometers. What did did I learn today? So today was a day when I learned so many new things about the wonderful people of Assam. It was all about discovering how Assamese people treats an outsider and a cyclist with such incredible warmth and respect. So if you are enjoying these kind of a story from the land of Assam and around the world, then subscribe to my channel World Wanderer Cycling on a Budget and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of my videos first. Yesterday was a day when I shared the harsh reality of a long distance cyclist like me. So when they are on a long journey, what they go through, how they manage with different kind of challenges. So that is a kind of a untold story which nobody share often. So I'm giving you the link of that video here. After this, please go and watch. And those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. Please say them thank you on my behalf. That's all for now. Take care of yourself. We will meet soon with the story of a new day in the next video. Till then, keep smiling. Have a nice time. Bye bye.